Hi again, it's me.
G'day guys, it's been a while. I hope you guys are doing well. Autographs. People like autographs because they offer a personal connection to someone famous and can be valuable collectibles. They hold sentimental value, can represent a special moment, and for historical figures they can provide a tangible link to the past. I enjoy collecting autographs, and because this video was requested, I'll show you my favourite cricket autographs in my collection, as well as give a brief background as to how I acquired some of them. I hope you enjoy. There's little doubt for me that the number one item in my collection is my signed Don Bradman biography. My grandparents bought this years ago and then passed it down to me, and that's why it's even more special to me.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
The next item, or items in my collection, are my hat and ball signed by Shane Warne. Shane Warne is one of the greatest players to ever play the game, and I was lucky enough to be a part of a net session with him thanks to Sportstar Academy. Quick shout out to them. He was a ripper guy and gave his time to everyone, even after the session finished.
When I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a come and keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me.
The ICC Women's T20 World Cup in 2020, hosted by Australia. I happened to go to the final with 80,000+ people where Katy Perry performed, and it was an unreal atmosphere. By going to quite a few women's games before and after the World Cup, I happened to accumulate the entire 2020 World Cup squad that won the T20 World Cup. They all signed it on the shirt that was handed out at the international series before the World Cup.
When you're successful cause they try to be, they sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off, wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon.
This one's my dad's favourite. It's a ball signed by Greg Chappell and Sir Richard Hadlee. And while the ball's not in the greatest nick, the autographs are pretty cool. I happened to go to a New Zealand-Australia test match at the G, and I believe it was commemorating a series played a while ago between New Zealand and Australia. I was lucky enough to get them to sign the ball. The rivalry between these two players specifically, Greg Chappell and Sir Richard Hadlee, was awesome, and that's why it's a very cool item.
Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed and then invest all of my time.
Brian Lara signed ball, and a ball signed by Matthew Hayden and Justin Langer. You wondering how I got even more legends of the game's autographs? The answer is the Bushfire Bash game. I had 20-something tickets to the Women's Australia versus England game for my birthday, and that was before the Bushfire game had even been announced to be played in Melbourne. And when it was announced that it was being played on the same day, just hours later, we wondered if the tickets would get us into the Bushfire game, and it did. And so I ended up having 20-something tickets to the Bushfire game with some of the best players to have ever played the game, and here we are, best birthday ever.
I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a I keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming.
Although you might have seen some more items in the B-roll shown previously, this is the last item I'll show you today. Broad brim hat signed by a lot of Aussie Test players: Marnus Labuschagne, Smith, Lyon, Carey, Boland, Siddle, Stark, Hanscom, Murphy, Travis Head, James Pattinson, Joe Burns. Some unbelievable players currently playing, and yeah, they've had unbelievable careers.
Special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel. I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level. They think that work is too stressful. I think that
I don't really know why I like collecting autographs, but I think they're pretty cool, and I've certainly starting to amass a pretty cool collection. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day.
tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.